So I've just finished work for the day. I actually got off a little bit early today, went and did some patient visits this morning, and then this afternoon I'm going to be focusing on studying. I have a huge exam coming up in January. It's the MSRA, which is essentially like an entrance exam for doctors in the UK to get into their medical specialty. And there's only like 2 months to go. It's seriously time to lock in. Come and spend the afternoon with me whilst I study for my MSRA. But first things first, I've just stopped off to get a coffee to get me through the afternoon. No worries, that's great. Oh, thank you so much, thank you. It's okay, thank you. Okay, so we've secured the goods. Now I'm just gonna head home and we'll get started on studying. I've got my little study setup ready here and I'm actually going to be using Studyfetch today. So today my studying is going to focus on rheumatology and there's 3 main resources on Studyfetch that I'm going to use. First is the audio recap, where I'm going to generate a new podcast about rheumatology. And to do this, I just generate audio recap from topic, choose the length, I'm going to go around 12 minutes, choose podcast, and then continue. And then in here, I'm just going to type rheumatology, and then generate my audio recap. And then just like that, it's created a podcast for me all about rheumatology. So firstly, I'm going to listen to this to remind myself of some of the things I learned in med school and get a bit of a baseline understanding before I move on to the more active recall forms of studying. Here's an example of what it sounds like.
Welcome to Beyond the Aches. We're here to explore the amazing world of rheumatology with you. For many, the word rheumatism might conjure images of achy joints in older folks.
My favourite thing about these audio recaps, more specifically the podcast, you can literally listen to them on the go. Even when I'm super busy at work and I don't have time to come home and study, I can listen to these podcasts either on the way to work or on the way home from work in the car, which is really helpful for those busy days. Next up, I'm going to use the Tutor Me tool and I'm just going to upload new material. I'm just going to upload this rheumatology handbook. Just for reference, this is the PDF that I uploaded. As you can see, it's page after page after page. I can just go ahead and start my session. And it brings up all these different sections that are going to be covered in the studying session. And I can just talk back and forth with the Sparky tutor and learn all about rheumatology. Then the third and final thing that I'm going to do is create a practice test. The audio recap and Tutor Me session was more understanding and retaining information, whereas doing a practice test relies more on active recall. I'm just going to the Quiz-Fetch section and taking a practice test, generating it from my materials. I'm going to use the same materials that I just used for the tutor section, and I'm going to do this as a multiple choice exam because most med school exams are multiple choice. And then this is what it looks like. You can just go through and select your answers, and that will conclude